Me Slavic. Good to see everybody. And welcome the guests of my channel as well. If you're new, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Okay, my beautiful, wonderful collective, let's do another reading. Let's take a look what energies will flow around you for the month of November. What is happening, what you need to know about, and in general, any other messages for you. Okay, what is happening around you and whether or not things will change in the months of November. What should you expect? Well, what should you expect? Month of November. Eventually, I do see a hermit here, okay? You have been dealing with some sort of individual, delusional group of individual. This is the card of community. This is the card of society. It's more than one person. I kind of feel like it's either a group of family members, a group of friends. Maybe this is people from some sort of organization. They just simply, I kind of feel like so aggressive towards you, right? So aggressive towards you for some reason, unprovoked. There's definitely here that this community, like I said, it's either some sort of organization, like a police organization. Maybe this is a military organization. Maybe it's people from a small town or a small community. But I do feel they're aggressive, right? They're aggressive, but at the same time, there's a card of delusions coming up. They're clearly delusional people. It's a delusional community that is constantly targeting you nonstop. See, there's a card of mice, stealing from you, trying to steal from you, sneaking around, trying to inflict any harm, and thinking, matter of fact, that this is actually going to work. It's not. It's not. Currently, I see your path as a path of a hermit, meaning you have been dealing with this community for a very long time. That's the thing. And most likely in November, you're still kind of going to have to deal with these individuals. The question is, what does this community want? Let's take a look. What does this community want? What do these people want? The fact that they're delusional is without doubt. They're delusional. They live in a la la land, okay? They think that whatever they're doing is working. They truly, sincerely believe that they're going to achieve their goal. But I see here that they doomed to fail. Doomed to fail. What do they want? First of all, what do these people want? What does this community want? What does this community? Start some sort of fire, okay? Start some sort of fire. Yeah, it's a fight. It's a fight to be better than you, to be fitter than you, to win. That's really what it is. This community is keyed to winning. It is important for them to be victorious, to defeat you for some reason. Some sort of competition here that they're competing with you. Maybe they're trying to prove their point, whatever that is. I do not see here that you're a wrongful, you are a victim in this situation. They are the abuser. They're the one that's targeting you. What is this fight? Fight is showing me the fight to destroy you, to win, okay? To win. To be stronger than you, to utilize deception, lies, manipulations, to win. What else about these people? Yeah, see, I don't see. I honestly do not see. I don't see that they win. Matter of fact, I do see that you're doing well for yourself. And what I do see that these individuals are in a complete state of self-denial and self-lie. And initially they're hoping to deliver some sort of news. This is what they're planning, okay? They're planning to either bring some sort of lie into your space or into your energy, or deliver some sort of news about you that is not true. Not true. Once again, this person, whoever is utilizing these manipulative techniques your way, are quite delusional. This person in a la-la land. These people are in a la-la land. But I do see they're planning to pull something here that is once again manipulative, lying, and deceitful. I will clarify it exactly what are they planning on delivering. But some sort of message in regards of something that is not true, either to set you up or orchestrate something. What is the situation? What are these lies? Yeah, framed you. They're trying to frame you. That's exactly what they're trying to do. They're till this day trying to frame you. Now, would that ever be possible? No. Logically thinking, no. You're the one that looking at this situation logically. But they're trying to frame you. That's exactly what they're doing. Lying to themselves. Lying to them. They're in a state of self-denial and a state of lies. They want to frame you. So be cautious. I don't necessarily see that you should be, super careful or too concerned about these individuals, taking into consideration that there are absolutely not cases. They in a lie and self-denial, but they are trying to frame you. They are. Unfiltered truth, and I have smoke and mirrors. Yeah, see? Fool. They're trying to fool. They're trying to fool people about you. Like I said, looks like to me that they're running around to all of these different organizations, slandering you right, left, and center, because what else they have left? What else they have left? They have nothing else to left. They're slandering you here. It's attempts to slander you in order to frame you. So who is this person? Who is this person that is so dedicated to frame you? Looks like to me they do not want to be held accountable for what they did to you. So instead, they're going to make it your fault. They want to set you up with something. Like it's you're the guilty party and not them. They're the right one. They're the truthful one. They're the heroes. And you are the bad guy. You're a bad person. This is all your fault. Look at you or him. Who is this person? First of all, who is the person that is so eager to frame you? Who is this person? Manipulator. This is a manipulator, a person that manipulates with lies. And matter of fact, a lot of people fall for his lies, his or her. Manipulator that thinks to manipulate your destiny once again. There is a card of destiny, the card of Wheel of Fortune. This person intentionally trying to turn the course of events into their favor. They want to bring correction. This is the card of the Knight of Swords. They want to bring corrections to your destiny. Interfered in your destiny, interfered in your life by throwing this smoke and mirrors to people about who you are. About who you are as a person, which is absolutely lie. But it's not going to work, okay? Such corrections into your destiny is not going to work. You, matter of fact, I see have a full control of your life. You are in control of your life. You are in control of your destiny. So who is this aggressor? Who is this aggressor? Most likely on a distance. This aggressor is most likely on a distance, going through a lot of difficulties in their life. They only burden their own life by trying to bring corrections into your life. So who is this angry person? Who is this angry person? Once again, community, 4 of Wands, community. It's a female. It's a Queen of Wands, female that feels stuck, okay? Some sort of woman here, delusional woman. Delusional woman that is attempting to frame you. Why? Because she herself stuck. She's stuck. You understand? She is stuck. She's pinched. There's some sort of circumstances that is right now against her. What are these circumstances could be? For example, investigation, undercover investigation, okay? She is undercover, all right? She understands that her movements are limited. She understands that she can no longer, freestyle all of these attacks towards you. But the only thing what she can do is, once again, talk bullshit about you, lie about your reputation, saying you're crazy. Oh, don't believe them. He or she is crazy, 100%. Look at this and this and this and this and this. And she's behind all of it, okay? She's behind all of it. So your number one enemy, I see a female here that is very aggressive, attempting to frame you. Maybe this is a family ties. There's a 401s. This is some sort of organization where this female either employed or part of this. This could be a family, this woman's family. This is also could be, if this is a co-worker or a boss, could be some sort of organization. There's 4 walls there. So it's a very tightened community of the people that are all part where this female is surrounded by. This is also could be a small town. Very common in a situation of a very small town or small community, like a small police department, could be a legal department. And like I said, the only reason why she's doing that, because she is now in a position of a hangman. She understands your strong position here. In a sense, I feel she fears you. She's afraid of you. She is really afraid of you. That's why she relentlessly trying to frame you, because she knows that you are the winner here. You're destined to win. What else can you tell me about this female here? See, look at this. I just talked about it and this card just flipped over. You won. You won, and she knows that, okay? She knows that. She maybe initially violated your human rights. Maybe it's some corrupt lawyer, minister of justice, some politician, corrupt who knows who. But your rights were violated here. So how exactly is this corrupt female in a position of authority attempts to frame you when she is responsible for the violation of your fundamental human rights? Do you see the delusions here? Do you sense how delusional this person is? Highly delusional. Highly delusional. So she hired a bunch of people to target you, stalking you. I guarantee you that most likely your cellular devices is 100% hacked. 100%. Because how else would they frame you? Frame you meaning using your identity to commit criminal offenses. She cannot do it in person, because you're not that person. You're not the one that abusing people. You're not the one that committing criminal offenses. So whatever this framing is, it's most likely involves internet, online crime, something like that. Something to do with online. What else about this woman? This woman accepted bribes at one point. She's a crook. She's a government official that accepted bribe. I hear the number 70, maybe $70,000 that was a bribe. Maybe 7,000, maybe more than that. Either $60,000 or $70,000. This is how much money this woman was responsible for accepting the bribe. She got bribed. Bribed. Is there a corrupt cop that got bribed? Or this woman could be a lawyer that got bribed. She could be a fire sign as well. She a crook, see? You were abused, you were harmed, you were injured, you were wrongfully convicted, some of you. You were a victim of crime. And this woman accepted bribes. Instead of protecting you as a victim of crime, she accepted bribes. She's gonna go to jail for that. She knows that. She knows what she's facing. She is facing imprisonment. And you may initially thinking, well, will the law ever prevail? Whether the justice will ever be served in this situation, in your situation? Answer is yes. You will see that this sick, delusional woman, this sociopathic, corrupt woman, will be going to prison. Because this attempts of framing you exceeded all healthy boundaries. She's a sociopath. She is truly a sociopathic woman that is facing jail for what she did to you. She should have not accepted the bribe. But you know what? She sold her integrity. She sold her integrity like a cheap H word. That's exactly who she is. What else about this woman? Time of destructions in her life. That's the sink, the death card. Sickle. Sickle means that she's completely going to be cut out. The universe and the higher powers themselves, the God himself, who is your protector, who is standing by your side every day, protecting you, protecting the wrongfully convicted, wrongfully abused. You didn't deserve none of this bullshit that this sick, corrupt female have done to you because she decided to sell her integrity. So therefore, I see that there is a time for this woman of a serious destructions in her life. She's going to be completely cut out. She is already cut out. There's ending for her. Ending of everything. Ending of her career. Ending of her reputation. Ending of her freedom. And why would her freedom end? Why would she go to jail? Because it's exactly what she did to you. She taken away your freedom. Your freedom. Unprovoked. Uncalled for. For the sake of bribes? For the sake of money? Delusional. What is ending for this woman? What is ending? There you go, the stars. There is no more, I want to be big. I want to live in a la la land. I want to be in control of the whole entire universe. She saw that she is in charge of controlling the divine will of God himself. By trying to interfere in your destiny and abuse you upon the most sickest possible way. The universe, this is the card of the universe, locking her. See, this is the card of lock. She's locked. She saw that her secret will never be exposed. She saw that whatever she did, she will get away with it. That nobody will know that she is a crook. Crook that once again as a cheap H-O-E-R. She sold her integrity, her oath for money. A corrupt criminal. But I tell you what, my wonderful collective, you should not worry about this delusional sicko. There is a card of a boomerang. This is the card of the boomerang. The God himself is fighting for your behalf. She is right now getting everything back what she did to you. Everything. She'll pay for everything. Every single thing plus some. Jail is least of her concern. The least of her concern. She's getting payback. Because I see that you were framed here in the past. Someone framed you. And the reason why you were framed, the reason why you were chained, see, this means that you were putting in a position where your movements were restricted, where you could have not freely walk or live or even think. Your freedom of opinion was taken away from you in its direct and indirect possible way. You were targeted for simply being a human being and living on this planet like everybody else. That's all because this sicko framed you. And she's the one that accepted bribes. She's getting payback for that, for interfering with your destiny, for framing you, for abusing you. She thought she's so smart. She saw that she can control the situation. Absolutely not. Absolutely not. How is this psychopath framed you? See, she's right now uncontrollable. She has mood swings, mood disorders. She's freaking out. She doesn't know what to do. Remember, she lived her whole life as a princess, or I should say as a queen. Look, nothing that she's doing works. Nothing. No further attempts of destroying your life, no further attempt of framing you actually works. It does not work, and she's freaking out. She's literally, I see her screaming. She's freaking out. She doesn't know what is happening. How is this possible? How? I sort of calculated every single step. This should have not happened. Why am I have to answer for what I did from half a decade ago? She's asking. Because that was your job. You should have not signed the paperwork. You should have not signed at your cherry desk. Why'd you do that? Why'd you do that? You know exactly what you did, right? Crook. A complete crook that runs around and accepting bribes. Accepting bribes and likewise bribing other people. But not this time. I see her time is completely ended. It's ending already. She's getting really, really mad for two reasons. She's getting mad, number one, that she's already getting paybacks for everything she did to you. Could be financial problems if she was responsible for, let's say, you being fired, you losing your job, or if any way she interfered in your future financial positions. She's herself losing money. She may also have health issues, serious health issues, something to do with blood cells or blood, something to do with blood, okay? Something to do with deterioration of some sort of cells in the body. And this is all happening to her. Happening because what was done to you directly. Also, she's going through a period of angry. She has angry outburst. And of course, justice, right? She's mostly concerned about imprisonment. She does not want to go to jail. She does not want to have a criminal record. But the thing is, accepting the bribe and bribing people, framing people, committing perjury, abusing people, paying and hiring hackers and actual men that may be the endangerment to your safety of your physical life. This is all criminal offenses, and it's all tied to her. It's all tied to her. So what should you expect in the month of November? Number one, you have to understand that no matter what this female does, none of her work bears any fruit. This is the card of miscarriages, meaning no matter what she will even think of doing to you, it will not work. You are 110 billion% divinely protected. That's number one. So therefore, moving forward in this month of November, coming into December, wintertime, this is where this woman will actually be sentenced. She will be going to jail in wintertime. So technically, you have a couple more months to kind of hang in there. I understand you dealing with a very delusional and a sick woman and like-minded teammates of her, or I should say flying monkeys, okay? But you can do it. One thing, the reason why I want you to know this, and I'm channeling this message for you, because you should have absolutely no fear. None. None. Be happy. Be happy because the universe already sent the arrow of punishment to this female. It's already been sent. See, we have an angel shooting an arrow. This is called payback. This card is a payback. Boomerang. And on top of that, she will be going to jail. She will be going to jail, whether she wanted or not. For what? For bribery. Someone accepted bribes to frame you. So let's take a look. Let's analyze what is this bribery. So we have a fire sign female over here. Let's take a look about bribes. What was this all about? What is this bribery is all about? Clarify bribery. She won't be able to bribe anybody anymore. I feel like it, because I see people change. So whoever maybe initially was in power at some point are no longer in power. People change, okay? It's impossible to bribe anybody anymore. All of these crooks have been fired, discharged, dismissed. She has no one to bribe. That's the thing. She has absolutely no one to bribe anymore. The only thing she's bribing, yeah, see, there's a war corruption here. There's a bribery at the course of her employment. Work. Work. Cop or lawyer got bribed here. Or just minister, justice minister, or prosecution office, right? Head of prosecution office. Money, 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 money. See? Money. That's all it is. Big money. Big money. Maybe it was even close to $1 million, but I do see here male here. King of Cups. As well, there's two of them. Some other male here is involved. Some other secret male here. Oh boy, he's freaking out. He's freaking out. He's so scared. He is like literally freaking out because he's also be going to jail as well with her. There's two people. I do see a water sign male. Once again, he doesn't have to be a water sign. It just showing me that he's overly emotional. He cannot control his emotions. Both of these people are actually very aggressive and very angry. Narcissistic people. And when a narcissist loses control over the situation, what happens to them? They're panic, right? They're freaking out. Both of them are freaking out. But I do see that this woman here, she's kind of capable somewhat of keeping her shit together. Even though I do see that she's going through outbursts. I do see she has illness. I already mentioned that. Something with her blood. Could be leukemia. So I don't know many terminology, like a medical terminologies, but something to do with her blood cells. Deterioration of her blood cells. It's a very serious illness. And I also see that she will require medication for the rest of her life. But I'm sure we do have a proper medical services available in prison as well. So she will be fine, okay? She will be fine. Now there's some sort of male as well that she cooperated with. There's also male here that has been bribed. Both of them participated in bribery. And relevantly, both of them are still attempting to frame you. But neither of them will succeed. Neither of them will succeed. And in months of November, my wonderful collective, this has become very obvious for you. Like you will know without doubt that everything is leading towards justice. You will already have no doubt by the end of this month, by the end of the month of November, that these people are 100% over. Male here is freaking out. He's losing control. He's very scared. He's more scared than her. Why is that? What did this King of Cups did? What is this male? Why is he so scared? I see anxiety. I see he cannot sleep at night. He's panicking. He's very, very afraid. If this female, like I said, accepted bribes, okay, like she's definitely responsible for money laundering, money fraud and money laundering. But this male over here secretly is freaking out. He's more scared because this male could be linked to actually physically causing you harm, physical injury to your body. So this is now beyond administrative offense, right? It's beyond conduct offense. This is directly of physically inflicting pain and suffering on you. So he's more scared here. He cannot sleep at night. He's very, very scared. They're both scared. What about this male? Yeah, legal matters. He's a military legal matters. Maybe a military taking proceedings against this sociopath. Because looks like military here protecting you, my wonderful collectives. Military, soldiers. So let's salute our soldiers for being honorable and actually doing the job that they're supposed to do, is to protect civilians, to protect people on their land. Military are your protectors and defenders. He's scared. The psychopath's scared of military because they violated your human rights. But see, the thing is military. Maybe the psychopath is part of military. Maybe this was a legal professional and a military combined together that did this to you. Okay, this female, she could also be either. Like I said, they're not random. They're not strangers. These two had position of authority at the time when you were framed. May you'll hear the water sign, unstable one, the psychopath, may be linked to military. And it is the military themselves that are going to take legal matters against these two clowns for the violation of your human rights. Okay, what else? What else about? Yeah, like I said, there was an abuse of process and abuse of power. And you know why? You know why? Because of bribery. Because of bribery. Yeah, look at this. Corrupt military. So yeah, looks like some sort of corrupt military here that will be a convicted felons. Kind of military goes against military. This is what I see. Corrupt military / non-corrupt military. Some were corrupt. This male and this woman both were corrupt. They're crooks. This woman, matter of fact, could have initially bribed this military soldier. Like a co-workers, right? I honestly do not understand why. Why in the world would you target an absolutely intelligent, kind person because you wanted financial opportunities for yourself? That's my first question. And my second question, if you chose to do that, then why in the world are you continue harming that victim? Knowing that military investigating you and watching you. Why? It's no secret here. There is, like I said, absolutely no secret of what is happening. None. This is out. Cat's out of the box. And have been for years. You know what's going on. Everybody knows what's going on. But no, they're still trying to frame you. They still abusing you. They still harassing you. They're freaking out. They don't know what's happening. Well, let me tell you what's happening. You are going to be a convicted felon for bribery, for injuries, for every single thing that you have done. These two clowns, water sign and fire sign female. Colleagues, two crooks, currently getting their karma back, payback. So before we proceed further, I will quickly take a look what else the spirit guides want us to know about these two, this whole corrupt military scheme. What else? In closing, what else you want to say? So one is a lawyer, has a law degree. Yeah, lawyer, like I said. She could be a minister, minister of justice. Usually they're the one that gives some sort of directions to military. But I see that there is this corrupt lawyer with a law degree, woman with a law degree. She could be working for the government. So when you think of the lawyer, do not necessarily think that she practices a certain field. That means this fire sign female went to law school, maybe 10 years ago, maybe 20 years ago. It doesn't matter how long she went to law school for, whatever she graduated. She has a law degree. That makes her a lawyer. That lawyer bribed, there was bribery here, of this military general or whoever he is. Something to do with military. This is military. This water sign, unstable one, Frico. He's in military, okay? Like I said, yeah, legal matters. You were a victim of corruption. And of course, these two still plotting to set you up because they don't want to go to prison. They're trying to prove initially something that was used to frame you on the first place 6 years ago. They're trying to recreate the scenario that this corrupt sociopaths relied upon 6 years ago. That's the reason why they're still trying to set you up. So for example, if these two psychopaths a while back, before your freedom and your human rights were violated, said that, oh, she's crazy, or oh, he's crazy, he's unstable, she's unstable, She's danger to herself. She's danger to other people. That's exactly what they're trying to fake it. They're using your identity. They behave like what you were supposed to behave according to their purged statements. But this is not true. Do you see why you already won? Nobody is an idiot. So when these undercover officers reviewing your behavior, they watch you for years, they're like, wait a minute, doesn't add up. What are you talking about? Where does this all come from? Where are these evidence come from? What are you talking about? What is this shit? Did you just literally, dreamt about it and woke up and decided to prepare some fake falsified report? Where is it coming from? That's the first question investigators ask, that the way you are and the way that was alleged you behave is completely polar opposite. But this is my point, my wonderful collective. The stupidity of these corrupt psychopaths is that they actually thought that they'll get away with it. They actually sincerely, dumbasses, believed that they will get away with framing you and distorting your persona. If this is not the most dumbest, this is the world's dumbest criminals. They literally should have a title awarded, the world's dumbest criminals. No joke. No joke. So I do see you won. There's nothing they can do, 100%. I've been looking through this already for the third time. And like I already said, you already won. You already won. Yeah, well, bribery was for the purpose of promotion. Promotion, agreement, level up, income increase. That's why they did it. That's why this soldier, this man who could be a military, and this woman did what they did because they wanted that promotion for themselves. They wanted to increase their level of income. They wanted to be successful upon your suffering. So while you suffered, while you were belittled, while you were abused, they enjoyed increase of their income. Well, that's nice. That's nice. They absolutely will have nothing, I can assure you. And yeah, these two were friends with benefits. Oh, snap. Here goes the cat out of the box again. They were friends who were sleeping with each other. And they're like, oh, sweetheart, you know what? I just heard about this incredible deal, but we need a victim. Here comes the most nicest person in the world, you, the most humble, the most sweet, the most trustworthy. So these clowns, oh, there's this person, but she's just too naive and too kind. She won't know anything, or he. This is how they were talking to each other while they were having intimate relationship. They were lovers. They were friends with benefits. And can these two lie about it? Absolutely not. Absolutely not. They screwed each other. They set you up together because they were 100% were friends with benefits. 100%. Unbelievable. They were hooking up this whole time. Supposedly, no, there's no conflict of interest. No, what are you talking about? A lawyer and a corrupt cop / military. Oh, there is no conflict of interest. Not at all. No, we're just sharing a hotel rooms together. We just meet up in the hotels. Hooking up on Airbnbs. Totally not conflict of interest. No, not at all. We're just friends. But they forgot to add the word benefit to it. Can they deny this fact? No. No, see, throwing shade. Judgmental, disrespectful, criticizing you. Yeah, that's exactly what they were doing. They were criticizing you, judging you, like they know you. None of these clowns know you. They never had. They're simply two corrupt officials who were acting in a position of authority, abused you, abuse your fundamental human rights so they can increase their profit, their financial positions, so they can get promoted, so they can score contracts, whatever the case may be. I don't care. What I really care about is when the innocent suffers. Then it's becoming my problem. And if it's my problem, it's everybody's problem. So this type of bullshit is not going to exist moving forward. Not in your life, not in anybody's life. Clarify friends with benefits. Rebound. Temporary option. Temporary. It was rebound. Rebound. I don't know who was rebounding upon whom. Maybe a male was rebounding and found her, so they hook up. There's some sort of rebound sex. Temporary. Unpredictable intentions. Meaning it didn't really last, or it didn't necessarily turn into something long term. But this was rebound, friends with benefits. Someone here was either separated, someone here was either going through divorce, and they hook up. You understand? They hooked up. They hooked up. Who hooked up here? Who hooked up here? Who was on rebound? Queen of Wands was on rebound. Queen of Wands. Queen of Wands, I see she's regretting it, having any intimate relationship with this man. She's blaming herself now for that. She's probably, because remember, she's the smart one here, okay? She's the smart one. She's like, what did I do? What did I do? Why did I burden myself? But it's too late. The judgment was poorly made. And her judgment was to have intimate relationship with this corrupt man. Well, who he is, military, corrupt cop, I don't care. And yeah, she's blaming herself. She's in despair. She's suffering. She's suffering right now. This female is suffering. Maybe the male used her. But the thing is, it did not last. It was temporary. It was temporary affair, temporary rebound. Someone here was using somebody here 100% for promotion. And yeah, fire sign female. She most likely is a fire sign. Leo, Aries, Sagittarius. Look at her. Same card showed up. 10 of Wands. 9 of Swords. She's not happy. And the only reason why she's not happy, let's be frank about it, because she got caught. That's the only reason why she's not happy. She's not happy because she's being exposed. But don't you as a human being deserve respect? Shouldn't you be treated fairly? Of course you do. You deserved to be treated just like everybody else, with respect. You should have not been judged. You should have not been abused. You should have not been set up or framed in any way, shape, or form. For what? Question is, for what? So yes, 100%, both of these nutcases, lunatics, disgusting human beings, disgusting, shame to them for what they did to you. They 100% will be in prison. I don't care what they want. I don't care what they say. Nor do I care how they feel. I care how you feel. I don't care how they feel. They're criminals. They're criminals. See, uncovering the truth, uncovered evidence. You will find out every single thing. There has been so much lies. You have no idea what type of sickness and abuse you were actually subjected to because of these two sick people. You have no idea. But since all of this leading towards exposure, we do have here uncovered truth. Truth and evidence has been discovered and is being discovered every day. you honestly will never look at these clowns the same ever again. But I hope no matter what you will find out about the action of these two sickos, I hope that your heart will remain humble. And I hope that maybe one day you will be able to forgive these two idiots and simply look upon them as a miserable, mentally unstable, unhealthy, and unwell human beings. Experiments for over 6 years. But you will be all right. You will be all right. These people will go to jail. There's no ifs and buts about it. No matter what they say, no matter what they do, they will go to prison. Clarify, uncover truth. No, jail. Jail, because the harm that was done to you, okay, by these two, woman and this man, is beyond your understanding. Beyond your understanding. These people, I see that they will be convicted for many, many years. Many years. And this is all leading towards that. And in November time, my wonderful collective, there will be the first bells, the first rings of truth, finally where things going to start falling in its places. Everything here is going to be uplifted and exposed. Their rebound affair is going to be uplifted. That they were actually lovers that screwing each other in order to help each other. You will also find out the truth that there was a promotion and agreement offered as an income increase due to this bribery and this corruption. You will also find out about the abuse and harm and injuries that was inflicted upon you because of this sociopathic people and what they have done to you. Right now, they're linked together. I don't care whether they are physically together, whether they're physically a couple, or was it a temporary option of friends with benefits. But they are both in the same boat. And of course, everyone who helped them will also be in the same boat. In jail. The evidence that has been discovered, I also feel like, or the evidence that yet to be discovered in months of November, will land them in jail straight up. Straight up. It's a direct indictment. Whatever the evidence I see that undercover officers have uncovered, this will lead them straight to jail. Straight. No bypassing this. There's absolutely no possibility of actually trying to justify your corruption. None. It's a straight up indictment. So you can imagine what was done. You can possibly imagine what was done in order for officers, undercover officers, obtaining the evidence against these two lovebirds or rebound birds, whatever they are, that actually land them straight in prison. I don't know why they're denying that they had an affair. Rebound. I don't know why. Didn't last. Just tell the truth. Tell the truth. You were using each other for money. Woman here is an idiot. Woman. Man, on the other hand, I pick up energy of like a little, he's like a sketch. He's a drunk. He's very aggressive. He cannot control his emotions. He's kind of like all over the place. You know, there's no stability here. A woman here, this is surprising to me. Take into consideration that she's a fire sign. You know, like she should have her hat in order. You know what I mean? But maybe perhaps too much fire made her this aggression. Like I see that she's bursting with this fire. She could be, matter of fact, brunette or redhead, or prefers that type of shade of color. Okay, very rarely she's blonde. She's either brunette or redhead. Okay. So I do see that both indicating black. Maybe she has a black cat. Maybe she has a black dog or black animal. Maybe she drives a black vehicle. Okay. But it's very surprising. It's very surprising for me to see that this woman was actually capable of being part of such a scheme. This is so unusual, especially for a lawyer, for a woman who is a lawyer, who went to law school, who should have known the law better, to actually do this. It's shocking to me. How? Why? Why? You know the law. Why you breach it? So I want to know, why did she do it? Why did you do it? Why did you do it? Why did you pretty much screw your own life for money? Why? Secrets. Very secretive person. Secrets, too much secret, too much corruption. See, secretly she wanted wealth. This is the card. Oh, wealth. She wanted money, wealth. She didn't want to be poor. Poor. Were you poor? You were a lawyer in a position of authority. Were you ever poor? How much lawyers make? How much money lawyers make? 150, well, forget about 150, 250,000 a year. Definitely over 150. Especially if you work for the government. You were never poor. Why did you need to do that? Because maybe this psychopathic pervert whom you had an affair with perhaps advised you to do it. Well, I guess that's something that the court will find out throughout the direct examination, cross-examination, once the evidence will be assessed and evaluated for its accuracy. I guess sooner or later we all find out. But I do see she wanted wealth, she wanted money, she wanted success, she wanted to better her own life. So yeah, let's target victims, let's target innocent people that you should have protected. Let's do that. That's the only thing she wanted. She wanted money. What about this one? Yeah, see, hidden agenda. Hidden agenda. They both had this hidden agenda. Profit. And the only agenda that these two rebound birds ever had was wealth. Was move up in a career. Unreal. So anyways, these rebound birds are going to jail. They did it to themselves. So don't feel sorry for these people. You should feel sorry for you and how the way you were humiliated and abused because of these two clowns wanted money. This is not your problem. Yeah, it says fuck up. Fuck up. Feeling inadequate. Fearing failure. They didn't want to fail. They didn't want to fail. They didn't want to fail. They wanted to be successful. They wanted to be good at their jobs. They wanted to be continuously promoted, right? Excessive overindulgence. They overindulge in their power. That's the thing. It's never enough. Never enough. More. I want more power. Oh, I don't have enough. I want more. No, there will be no more. You are going on a diet. This is called being broke. You're going on a diet, which means you're no longer privileged. You now become officially a nobody, a felon, a convicted felon, a jailbird. This is exactly a typical scenario of a typical sociopathic narcissist that thinks that he or she can do whatever they want in the whole entire world and there's no boundaries exists because they're so privileged, they will never get caught. They're better than you. They're better than everybody. Then what the fuck are you doing in a public service then? If you truly think that you're better than the public you're supposed to serve, then get the fuck out. Get out. But you are not to make money on innocent people that you two psychopaths, lunatics, sworn an oath or affirmed to protect and serve. Jail is the only remedy here. There's no ifs and buts about it. They fucked up and they should be held accountable because they overindulged in their power, because they abused their power. And they will be in prison here. I already mentioned that for a 10th time today. They go into jail. They go into jail. The judge does not even want to hear their stupidity, their stupid, pathetic explanation to this forged records that was fabricated against you. The judge is not having it. The judge look upon these people as a sick people, disrespectful, incompetent. The only question the judge should ask this lawyer over here is explain the fundamentals of the charter rights, the amendment rights. That's the only question that needs to be asked. Because your fundamental human rights were violated here. You cannot bypass it. You cannot create your own law because you think you can. But that's exactly what they did. They felt so empowered and entitled to do what they want that they actually ignored the amendment rights. They actually ignored the constitutional rights, your guaranteed charter rights, including your right to liberty, to safety. No, this is case closed here. Case closed. This is nothing here. Nothing. Nothing. It's over for them. For this lawyer, I don't care if she's a lawyer. I could care who both of these people are. I see two criminals that should be imprisoned. That's what I see. And yeah, sure, let them be scared. Let them be afraid. They should be afraid. You were afraid. In fact, that this psychopath over here won't leave you alone. He still continue targeting you. Maybe this one is like somewhat dangling in behind. But this psychopath, he's dangerous. He's a sociopath, a pervert, a psychopath. That's why he's scared. They're both scared. They know what they did to you. So once again, month of November, doors open up for you, okay? I do see that if you're still worried about any action of these people, please don't. Please don't. Now, what else should you expect for the month of November? What else should you expect for the month of November? Oh, look at this, justice. Increase of your strength position, legal positions, judgment, karma. You will see these people being arrested. You will see these people being held accountable. You will see changes. Changes. This is your month. And as I mentioned earlier, winter time is going to be the sentencing of your enemies. This is when they will actually physically will be granted a sentence of imprisonment. Month of November is a very strong month for you. It's a month where everybody reap what they reaped. The thieves that stole from you, the thieves that stole the hard labor you have put in throughout all of these years trying to fight for your freedom and for your rights. Justice means that you will finally, without doubt, should know that you are the winner, that you won. You won against the most sickest, the most corrupt, the most abusive, sociopathic community that has been torturing you and abusing you. You won. That's exactly what I mean. You are the winner. You are the winner. What else? Five of Swords, battle, completion. Eight of Pentacles, High Priestess, The Fool. New beginning for you. Some of you will have a new job. Some of you will have new job. If you're still looking for a job in the month of November, I do see that maybe perhaps some of you have been dealing some sort of financial conflicts, or if you're struggling financially, or if you're looking for employment, there is a possibility and opportunity for you for the month of November to get a new job. High Priestess, intuitively, intuition, Eight of Pentacles, working. If this is not in regards of your personal financial opportunities or financial career, this is also means new beginning. You will start working on some sort of new hobby. A lot of you, I see, maybe even start learning how to read tarot or become tarot readers, or working in some sort of spiritual aspects or spiritual fields. So a lot of new beginnings here for the month of November. Some to do with work, new potential. I kind of feel like you will unleash a new potential within yourself. So if you, for example, highly intuitive, because I do know that there's a lot of High Priestess and of course individuals, my collectives, who do have also extraordinary abilities, highly intuitive, whether you're a shaman, whether you're a healer, whether you're a tarot reader. So I do see this is in months of November, you will put a lot of work within that field related to your intuition, towards meditation, towards maintaining the balance, manifestation techniques, whatever it is you have been doing, but it's going to be something new. Something new you will start in months of November. Okay, so let's say you were a tarot reader, but then in months of November you will become, I don't know, starting into doing mantras or doing meditation or learning some other techniques. Okay? And of course, those who do not relate to any spiritual practices, this is once again indicating a new financial opportunities, meaning new employment, new job, brand new. You have not done this before. This is the card of Fool, brand new. So if let's say you were in the field of security field services, then you will start a field in, let's say, finances. Completely new. Completely new. So that's good. You see, November looking good for you guys. November will look good. Devil card here. What about this whole devil card? Queen of Swords. Yeah, this demonic woman, aggressive, but you know what? She's this woman is delusional here. Delusional under judgment. They're showing me some woman here that may initially, maybe this is the same woman. She comes up as a Queen of Swords, very aggressive, very demonic. Because remember, you do have a lot of enemies. There's a lot of people hating you right now because you're telling the truth. For your truth. You are, matter of fact, hated for your truth. So they're showing me there's some sort of woman here besides that lawyer that we're seeing. Some sort of woman. Maybe she was doing witchcraft. Okay? Doing witchcraft on you. Maybe some other woman. Doesn't matter. Queen of Swords. There is a devil card here. I do see that she is also going to be stopped and restricted. And there is a card of judgment. She is under judgment. So month of November here, a lot of your enemies who fought with you, maybe this woman interfered with your finances and your job and your work. Maybe something was done behind your back. So what I see that month of November, a lot of your enemies, all of them, including this fire woman, Queen of Swords, this man, there is one man, two women here. They are all under judgment. All of them are under judgment. All. So very good positive months for you. Very good. And of course, leading towards the winter time, well, this is where these people are finally going to be convicted. Nobody's going to give them any more time to pull up with lies, to continue on setting you up, to continue creating, fabricating some fake evidence, who knows what. It's obvious as day anyways that you're innocent here. It was obvious all along. So very good, very good. Today is November 1st. Month just begun. Once again, stay optimistic. Always be an optimist. Be happy. Do what makes you happy. Do not fear of anybody. whatever these psychopaths are doing to you, remember, they're monitored, they're watched, and you're protected. Okay, my beautiful, wonderful souls, this was the reading for you. Once again, darlings, thank you so much for tuning in. If you're new, please subscribe, comment, and of course, thank you so much for support of our channel. I truly appreciate all of you. Once again, Belly, thank you so much. Thank you, sweetie. Thank you, everybody that supports our channel, so we can continue the great work that we're doing for fighting for truth, fighting for justice, and simply trying to be happy in this place called world. Later on this evening, I will be doing another live reading, so please tune in, and I guess I will see you then. Okay? All right. I love you all. Bye.